Hey folks, what's up? I am Antonio Pomares, aka the Hungry Bleak, and this.
What up? It's your girl Jabba Chan. What?
All right, so we're going to be discussing a whole bunch of things, including a young woman who is destined to be an accountant, from what her parents say, but she actually wants to be a professional wrestler. We've got the chosen one of the African diaspora. We've got the new season in the steampunk world, and we've got a few new projects coming from the House of Mouse. Are you ready, Jabba?
Yeah, let's go.
Then I think let's do it, folks. This is our first live. Let's see if I don't mess up something and hit the wrong button. Let's do it. And just like I said, you hit the wrong button. So what? Yeah, every episode it happens, I have to end up redoing it. Doesn't matter, whatever. We are live. Hey, folks, what's up? This is the Hungry Bleak presents TBA News. I am Antonio Pomares, aka the Hungry Bleak, the hungriest man in the room, and my co-host, as always, is
Jabba Chan. What's up, y'all? How y'all doing?
All right, we have not done a live before. We haven't done actually any news updates in a while. We've been doing lists and having fun with that. So I figured, why don't we do this and let's make it even special. Let's go live 8 p.m. Do you know where your children are? Of course you don't. And only half of you, probably actually 1/3 of you get that joke. So thank you. All right, so let's dive in right off the bat. There's so much going on with animation, anime, gaming and everything like that, but we've got 4 things that I thought were really cool that let's talk about. So let's hit it up first with this past Saturday. We got Invincible Fight Girl. This was awesome. This was on Cartoon Network. Excuse me. It premiered on Toonami at midnight. There was a 2-episode premiere, which was nice. I like that. I like that a lot. The next day was available on Max if you have it.
Basically, okay, good.
Oh, you didn't know that? Yes.
No. Okay.
Yes. So this is the story of a young woman who lives on this world where wrestling is everything. Literally, wrestling is everything. It's what dominates the world. But there's an island called Accountant Isle where there are these accountants. That's all. This island's just filled with accountants. That's what they go to school for. That's what they do. There's a hierarchy of accountants as well, and they have tax day. And on tax day, this young lady, Andy, ends up, going to school. And she has the lowest marks in her class as far as the school. But on tax day, all the wrestlers come to the island because they have to get their taxes done. And the story goes from there. And but in her heart, she's always wanted to be a professional wrestler ever since seeing her one and only match for this wrestling promotion that is like that's like the everything that's on this world. Her parents even take her away. They're like, oh, that was so wrong. Didn't like it. But in her heart and heart, she knows that she wants to be a wrestler. And this is the story of this. I absolutely loved it. At a certain point, I actually had a smile on my face because I was actually having fun and like being a fan of professional wrestling, being a fan of animation, being a fan of anything like this. It was also because there were a lot of little nods for wrestling fans. Like there's a point where she's training to be a wrestler in her backyard wrestling. Yeah, she even has like VHS tapes, which I think years ago, wrestlers would say, look, you got to watch the tapes, which literally meant watching VHS tapes. And a lot of us who are old now watch things on VHS tapes. Maybe now it might be more DVDs that you may have older now, but you really don't have now because of streaming services as well. But then there's also anime influences as well, because at a certain point she gets a teacher, and the teacher comes to the ring to kind of like stop the fight, and when she powers up, it's this huge like Dragon Ball Z-S type power.
Okay, so they do a lot of influences.
Exactly, which is what's great about it as well. Also the fact of when I was younger, I think I can remember 2 Black women that I knew of that were wrestlers. That was Miss Jackie and Jazz, who are legends and phenomenal. Nowadays, you see a lot more. I mean, God, there's Bianca Belair, there's Jade, there's a Fallen Goddess, with the longest reigning ROH Women's Champion ever. You have, oh my God, oh my God, geez, all the names come to my head. Red Velvet, Jacquard, Lash Legend, You have Miss Parker. You have Faye Jackson. You have there's so many right now, but still to see a young black girl, this young black woman training to be a wrestler, and the cast is amazing. You know who's one of the cast members I didn't even realize until I looked at the credits, but the name sounded familiar.
Oh,
Is Tony Baker, comedian Tony Baker. He does like the voiceovers and everything.
Oh,
Like that.
okay.
He's a part of it. He plays a character named Immaculate, who is part of this faction of wrestlers who all have perms. And they each having it, but it felt so. And at a certain point, he actually says, "Grab him." And I heard it, and I was like, "Wait, that sounds like." Then when I was looking at the credit, I said, "Oh my god, he's did that! That's awesome."
Mm.
I had so much fun with this. I strongly recommend it if you are a fan of just fun action, anime, wrestling. You just wanting to see something different and fun. It just felt so good to watch. At a certain point, I actually smiled. Like I said, it was just a really fun thing to see. So I recommend. Episodes are already up on Max, like I said. It'll be on Saturdays at midnight. Actually, I guess Sunday midnight. I guess technically. Some semantics, I guess.
The way they do it, they always like it's just like midnight.
Yeah. Okay.
Or like
So
I guess it'd be like Saturday midnight for you to watch because technically if it's Sunday midnight, it would technically go into the Sunday lineup. I don't know. The way they advertise TV shows sometimes is weird.
yeah,
But
it's weird. Yeah, but go on your cable provider, check the menu, and go and record this. I strongly recommend it. If you don't have cable, you have Max. Next day, it's available on Max. Watch this. It had me laugh. I was cheering. I felt like it was almost like you were actually in a wrestling match, or watching a wrestling match because that's how you feel about it.
got it.
So it was really cool. So I know you are a fan of this next one, and I have to bring it up because it was awesome. The first season, which I have to rewatch, which is Arcane season 2 is coming up.
Oh, the memories. Everybody wants to be my enemy.
Yeah.
I am so excited. Like that show, like I said, I've never played League of Legends before, but like that got me hooked into the lore of Arcane. And side note for all like my girlies and they thems out there, I went across our lovely TikTok and apparently Rihanna has a collab with Arcane. So it's Fenty and Arcane put together. I saw them, I'm like, oh,
really?
Yes, that's why I wanted you to be shocked for that reason. Because I looked at my
clothing or music.
No makeup.
Oh, really?
Makeup. Yep, Fenty has a line with Arcane. It was on Rihanna's TikTok. I think it was on Rihanna's TikTok or the Arcane TikTok. But either one, she was advertising. I'm like, okay, girl, go ahead.
You piqued my interest. Fair enough. Wow, I like that.
So to all my like my Fenty beauty product people, if y'all want cop me one, I'm probably not gonna wear it all the time, but just as a thought, that would be great. But yes, no, I am super excited. Like the animation from the first one was insane. I should probably rewatch it again, just like get back into the swing of things. So you said it was a night, so I got a couple of days for a new season drops. Now, I wonder if they're gonna do it like weekly, or they're just gonna like drop the whole season off in like one shot, or do halvesies.
Well, when they put the first season out, they put out the whole season, correct?
I think so, but I think for me, I caught on to it like a little bit later. So I think like all the episodes were done, but still, I'm like, because I noticed at certain times, like I've seen certain streaming services where they'll put like half of it down and then the other half later. So it's like part A and then part B, but it's still the same season. So I don't know if they're gonna put the whole season down in one chunk or if they're gonna wait like for like the last two. I think like for example, because that's also coming out in like the next year, Stranger Things. When they were doing like the last season 4, they had everything out and then they paused the last 2 episodes for a few weeks, and then they put it on. So I don't know if they're going to do that type of scenario, let alone I don't even know how many episodes they're going to do. So
I'm thinking because it's Netflix, they'll probably end up doing the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
Just because it's Netflix. I think the first season was maybe 8 episodes.
Roughly, yeah.
So let's say 8 or 10 episodes.
Mm-hmm.
Let's say that. Can you give us an overview of the story of Arcane? Because it's really cool, steampunk. It's just so awesome. I have to rewatch it too. It's been a couple years.
Well, to my recollection, we are involving around our girl. I think Jinx is her name. It's her story. It's her story, and like pretty much like the opening to like all of our League of Legends characters. Once again, like I said, I'm not a player, so you can't actually go what my rank is, what my main is, what my sub main is. I am just into it because I know how that community is. Um, Once again, the way they did the animation, it's amazing. I've been following the developers on how they do it, like with all the rigging and stuff. It's awesome. Hopefully, this will win a whole bunch of awards because it did win a couple of I think it was like for the VGA awards for like best adaptation of a video game. I think it was either from like sound to animation. So yeah, so it got a couple of like awards for that. So I don't know, and I don't know how the way they ended it. I don't know how they're gonna bring up the second season unless you do a quick recap.
They, I mean, the one thing I will say about Netflix that's great is if it's been a bit of time since you've seen a series or since it's been on, especially with animation, because it takes a long time. It's not that you can just put it together. Animation takes a lot between the actual animation, voice acting, everything.
Right.
Crazy. What they'll normally do is after the season, like if you've seen like the whole list of episodes, they'll have like a recap, which take maybe like 5 minutes.
Oh, okay.
And then you'll be able to watch, which I love them doing, but I usually end up just rewatching that previous season. It's just easier that way. I'm hoping they do that. I have to rewatch it because it's beautiful. The first episode, I was like, then I got deeper into it, and then when they had the time jump is when I got more into it because it hit the ground running.
Yeah.
I don't know anything about League of Legends either. I'm not a player, but it just looks phenomenal. And to have this coming of age, steampunk, adventure, sci-fi, and kind of like somewhat of a dystopian future or dystopian setting, I guess I want to say, where there's the have and the have-nots.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed it. And just the fight scenes were incredible.
Oh yeah.
Like action between the parkour scenes and the actual fight scenes, and just the bursts of color that you would get. From what I remember, purple played a big part in one particular scene with the bombs, which I'm so excited to go back and watch.
Yeah, because I will say this: even League of Legends, just as a game alone, because I've seen other people play, is a very colorful game. So I'm glad they incorporated from the game to the actual show where they kept the color scheme going because it is a very colorful game.
It is. So I'm very excited. This is going to be November 9th on Netflix, which is this week.
It's this Saturday.
Saturday? No, they don't. I think Netflix kind of almost has a way of doing things where they started premiering things on Wednesdays, Thursday, Friday, and Saturdays. Like
Yeah, I've seen a lot of them come out on Thursdays.
Yeah.
Or Wednesdays. Like between like Thursdays and Wednesdays is like their openers.
Yeah, they used to just do it on Fridays, but they decided to really branch out, which I'm glad that they did because I think that was needed. Put stuff out whenever it's out because we're there. We have the service. You don't have to keep it. It's not like it was like 8-9 years ago where you had to do on Friday. Everybody was expecting Friday. Our minds have opened up now. I'm going to say that's partly because of Disney and the way they premiere things on Wednesdays. So that's a great thing to do. I love it. I'm excited for this. I'm going to be rewatch. I might actually start rewatching it tonight. I'm going to be honest with you. I have a lot of work as far as like work, outside work, paying bills work. As far as this work, I have a little bit of a heavier week, but I'm excited to rewatch it because yeah, I might even get popcorn.
I have some popcorn.
Then you do that. Is it popcorn that you have to pop or is it already popped?
No, it's the popcorn I have to pop, but it's the Act 2 popcorn with the movie theater butter version. So I'm good to go.
$1 million. Okay. Me, I will be getting some the owl popcorn. I can't remember the name of the damn popcorn. Big yellow bag. I can't remember.
Oh, the wise.
Yes, thank you, Wise.
Wise, yes.
I don't know what.
You
Yeah,
see, I like my snacks.
I will begin because it is the most butteriest of butter pie. I took it to a movie theater.
Yeah, I'm like, Wise does have some good popcorn.
It's ridiculous. I tasted it and I was like, oh my god, how did you? What alchemy is this? Crazy.
Like,
Love
you
it.
cannot go wrong with a good Wise popcorn.
No, you can't. And I have not. And I think ShopRite has it on sale this week. So 2 bags, 2 bags, or as the kids go. Enough of that, folks. Sorry. Next up is Inyanu. Had a great kind of a trailer scene that they showed off at New York Comic Con. Inyanu had a great showing at New York Comic Con. They had this. They also had, I believe, an after party one night, and they also had a big panel. You had, I believe, the Blurred Girl herself was moderating the panel. You had Roy
Yep.
Coupe, and Brandon Easton, two of my favorites as well. It's incredible to see what came about from Youneek Studios, which is what the series is based off of, as far as like a comic. Youneek having stories like EXO, Malika, Inyanu, and then for it to go through Lion Forge Entertainment and now to become this animated series that is garnering so much attention. We don't get stories like this. This is going to be on Cartoon Network, and I'm hoping again, since it's on Cartoon Network, it'll be next day on Max.
Yeah.
This is a huge event. Youneek Studios has been this company that has really had this small kind of start. I remember meeting Roy Okupe maybe 10. Maybe it was at the Schaumburg.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was talked to him for a few minutes. Great guy. To talk about his craft and everything. Bought a T-shirt from him, obviously. Yeah. I mean, well, he didn't have a mug, so I had to get a T-shirt.
No,
You know what I
fair
mean?
enough.
Because if it's well, back then I really wasn't into mugs either,
As he sips from his mug right now.
or drinking tea, which seems like almost blasphemous at this point. And I've been a part of Kickstarters. I think I have all of the EXO books, all of the Malika books, and I have the Inyanu book as well, along with the stickers. So I'm ready for this. To have a comic that is based on African diaspora and characters from that, and then for it to become an animated series on Cartoon Network and have all this fanfare is great. This is going to be coming out in the spring of 2025. Look, I'm gonna be real with you. I'm glued to the TV on this one. I showed you a bit of the clip that they showed at New York Comic Con. What were your thoughts on that?
My thoughts for when I realized that what I was watching, I'm like, I've already seen this in development because I follow their page through LinkedIn, which is not like, a social media that you don't hear about because most like, corporate related, but like to see like their animation from start to finish, and then also realize that they were at a panel for New York Comic Con kind of made me have like a little bit of FOMO because I'm like, oh, should have gone.
Next year.
But like you said, I like to see like the African descent where like we get to see us be shown off more. So I'm grateful for that. And now that I know that there was actually a comic book, I might have to go pick up another comic book. So thank you. But I'm ready to see. I know I saw a few of the characters collected. I follow all their social media. So like their character designs are great. If they have like an art book, maybe I might pick that up as well. But I'm excited. You said it's coming out spring, so I'm assuming possibly April. I'm just throwing it out there as a possible date. Because you said spring.
Yeah.
I feel like that's that time. Because usually anything where it's like spring related, it's usually April. Either April or May. You rarely see stuff about coming out in March.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I'm just excited and so ready for it. And I love again the fact that all this attention and getting this and everything in. having the book actually be republished by Dark Horse,
Mm-hmm.
which is a big company. So
Yeah.
Youneek has just done so much, and I love the fact that it shows our creators,
Mm-hmm.
creators of color, creators. I always love using this term, creators who are marginalized or creators who feel like they are others, the ones that who are not on the checklist. When you
Right.
would look at, like, years ago, there was that checklist when you fill the application or whatever. It was like you got to check this, and it was, there were certain groups, but you didn't get everyone. Now you have like this, you can see I can do this. If you have a story, tell that story. Don't let anyone tell you, hey, this is, unless it's something y'all know what story to tell and not to tell. That's
Mm-hmm.
y'all grown, I'm grown. Let's not do this right now. And and we're live too, so I'll come on. So I will come out and say what I got to say, but I'm not gonna do it right now because I'm first live. But this is great because it shows keep pushing, keep doing it, keep working at your craft, keep networking, keep getting better, keep pushing your boundaries more and more and more a little bit, keep expanding who you are as a creator, as an artist, as a writer,
Mm-hmm.
as whatever your field is, your medium is, because this is a story that shows you, yes, you can do it, and the people will believe in you. You know what I mean? If you have that
Yeah.
quality, we will be there for you. I'll get off my soapbox. But yeah, this is awesome, and I'm excited to see this story and everything that unfolds and how it translates to. Yeah, just a good feeling. You know what I mean? It's really cool. So,
And fuzzy, you're all beside your hearts and whatnot.
I mean, eh. I mean, I have kind of a stasis heart. You know what I mean? So it's kind of, it's a little firm.
Yeah.
It's a little, yeah.
That time, yeah, sometime. Although I was playing like a few minutes before we got on, so just saying.
I might be playing after this. I'll be honest with you because I need to level up a little because I see everybody's passing me and I'm like, damn. Where last time I was ahead of everybody. I was like, yeah, I'm playing just because just because it felt so good. I haven't really had time now, but I want to get out and use it. What I do have time for, our final thing, is Marvel has they had a trailer come out for some of their new projects that are going to be coming out for Disney Plus. They had a plethora of things. One of the first things they said was that they showed all the stuff that, like I said, it's going to be on Disney Plus in 2024, what that we have, and the projects that they're going to come out that are going to be coming out in 2025. Now, remember,
Mm-hmm.
folks, dates are subject to change if something happens, what have you. So these are the dates, but they're not nailed in like that because, again, things can happen. So we're going to be getting Deadpool and Wolverine is going to be coming to Disney Plus. We all knew that.
Yep.
That's a hard rated R, folks.
So I can finally watch it.
So please be careful. If you have children, it's up to you. So Deadpool and Wolverine is going to be coming out November 12th. We're going to be getting What If Season 3, which is going to be December 23rd. Happy holidays. So that's what's going to be coming out in 2024. As far as 2025, we're going to be getting the animated series Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man, which is going to be on January 29th, 2025. We're going to be getting Daredevil, Born Again, March 4th of 2025. We're going to be getting Ironheart, June 24th, 2025. We're going to be getting Eyes of Wakanda, August 6th, 2025. We're going to be getting Marvel Zombies, October 2025. We don't have a set date yet. And we're going to be getting Wonder Man, December of 2025. So that's the slate that they had for this trailer. Let's set up some of the animated stuff first, and we'll go into this. What If Season 3? I still have to finish Season 2. It's hit or miss for me. There were a couple of things that were interesting. I think they actually showed an episode where it's going to be the Midnight Suns, which is a favorite of mine. They're They're pretty much the supernatural Avengers, where it was like a Doctor Strange or Strange, which was his berserker form, which is kind of something I wish they would go into. Ghost Rider, stuff like that, whatever. There was even a shot of, I believe it's Blade, if he was Moon Knight.
Okay.
Because it's two characters I love, and I think it has a bit of a sting because Mahershala Ali, I think, does the voice.
Ooh.
We're gonna let that go because we could do a couple of hours on that topic. Uh,
Yeah,
Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man, which is going to be animated also. It kind of reminds me of was it Sensational Spider-Man that was on MTV? Trying to remember which one, but there was a Spider-Man series that was on MTV, which is kind of like
I remember that one. It's kind of like the 3D modeling
yeah, that
from
one.
back in. Yeah,
Almost feels like that, but also a little bit of oh my god, what's the name of that type of animation? The kind that you saw in Beautiful Joe.
oh, the cell shading.
Thank you. Yes, so it looks like a
Mhm.
combination of those two almost.
Yeah,
So we have that. We're also going to be getting, let's see, animated Eyes of Wakanda, which, yes,
I'm looking forward to that one.
I don't know why that's not in February. Um, Marvel Zombies, which I believe is similar to What If, as far as the animation style. I think Zombies is actually spun off from season 2.
I was gonna say was
Yeah.
yeah, or was it season one? Was it season one with the zombies?
Oh no, one, yes, yeah, yes, one. But I think they might be doing something in season 2 also. But no, yeah,
Oh,
season one,
okay.
yeah, you're totally right. I forgot about that. Yeah, so that's the animated fare. As far as live action, we have Daredevil. I'm for it.
So this is
Yes,
where I wanted to talk of because
yes.
I have a theory that this will restart what Netflix had started.
Hmm.
If you remember, Netflix did have Daredevil first,
Yes.
and then I think it was either Jessica Jones or Luke Cage, and I think the Punisher. I forgot which ones came out, but I knew it was Daredevil first to start off the quote unquote Marvel series.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm wondering, and especially since they're bringing back the same, at least for Punisher, the same actor for Punisher is coming back for to play his character. Same thing for Daredevil and for Kingpin. So that's when if it's gonna be like a reboot, but just underneath Disney. Instead, now that it's officially under that umbrella.
I think it's going to be a continuation of these series because you see how they
Oh,
already
okay.
have that. What I would recommend is people watch the original series. They're so incredible. They're amazing. Daredevil was the best out of them. I say Punisher was just underneath it. John
Mm-hmm.
Bernthal did a great job as Punisher. Jessica Jones, I think um, Ritter is going to be returning as Jessica Jones.
Oh, okay.
I think. Not sure if they're going to do a Luke Cage or an Iron Fist. I don't know what that. I don't believe either of those actors will be coming back. I haven't heard anything.
Mm-hmm.
It would be interesting because Iron Fist kind of left off in a very interesting spot of where there was a new Iron Fist.
Yeah.
That's very interesting. I would watch those series, then I would watch Echo because no, I would actually watch those series, watch Hawkeye, then watch
Mm-hmm.
Echo because Kingpin has a thread through Hawkeye,
Yeah.
which then continues with Echo. Then Echo has because last time we saw Daredevil is actually in Echo. They have a phenomenal fight scene in the first episode,
Okay.
and you find out more of the relationship between Echo and Fisk Kingpin in Echo.
Mm.
Um, I'm excited about these as well. I want Daredevil because was my favorite series. It was this was back when they only did it on Fridays. I would take days off
Oh, damn.
and I would watch it. Well, because I was doing a show at that time, so I would take the
Oh,
days
okay.
off and I would just watch it because I was so enthralled by this series and how it was made for a streaming service. Because you never saw a part where there could be a commercial, which someone pointed out to me,
True.
because it was just made to be continuous. So it was like little small movies, which I loved. But you're definitely right. They're definitely going to be having those links from those shows because those shows were iconic.
Mm-hmm. I mean, they were good.
Yeah, Iron Fist. Um, I'm sorry. I'm just got a little something in my throat. I'm sorry.
Just go drink some tea.
It's
Go a
probably
little
not.
shade.
It's probably not
Drink
iron.
some shade.
It's probably more like tin foil in my throat. Not iron, but more tin foil because the
I
knuckles.
mean, you do have an iron heart, so that could also be that other issue that I can't wait to watch either. I can't wait to
Ironheart.
watch it.
Last time we saw Ironheart was in the Wakanda Forever. I'm so excited to watch this one as well.
Mm-hmm.
just from the shots and just seeing her with all the money, I want to know what she's gonna do with the suit when she first gets it and how she ends up becoming the hero. Does she do what she's? I just and I want to see who they're gonna be bringing in, who they're not, how this is gonna all play out.
I want to see the little subtle comedy moments that she has, like she did in Wakanda Forever, because especially in the dorm room, those were some cracking up laughing. I'm like, yo, she threw so much shade within 5 minutes. I'm like, I love
it. She was so mad when she said that ash on your head. She said, "What?" She was so mad. I'm gonna be real. She caught all types of hell. She caught it from M'Baku too, where he called her a bald-headed demon. The theater was in tears. They was like,
"Oh man,
demon." We were in tears in the theater crying. My mother, like when I showed it to her, I had to pause the movie. She's like bust out laughing. She was crying, like watching it. It's just one, and I love the actress's energy. I love how she just brings that to Riri, because Riri is such a cool character. And so much that we can do with that. And I want this to be such a positive and great experience for this character who is beloved. And I want to see the different armors too.
Oh yeah, the first the little bit that they showed. Oh my god! I'm like, this is good.
Because I've read her series, and I was just like, ooh, this is awesome. And how she had ties to Miles. And we're gonna be getting a Young Avengers at some point, or Champions. So this could be more of the building blocks for that, which I love. But I'm excited for this. I want to see where this comes up, and also the fact that after this, the next series is going to be Eyes of Wakanda. Yes, I've been wanting a Wakandan series, either live action or animated, since Black Panther. I don't know what the story of it is, though. I'm not sure if it's closer to World of Wakanda, which was a 12-issue series that was going on during Coates' run on Black Panther. But I want to watch it, and I want to watch something else animated.
So for me, I don't know, because like I said, I don't know like the true lore, like how deep the lore goes for Black Panther. But just because there's so many different iterations of Black Panther, I wonder if they're going to do different Black Panthers. So like, obviously we have like, T'Challa. I know there's like other ones before him. Maybe we might do some after him. Like, and that's why I guess what they mean by the eyes of Wakanda.
Yes.
So they could do that, just as a thought, as like, a concept.
No, that's perfectly fine. I would love that. I would love to, because in World of Wakanda, what it was all the characters that were around T'Challa. So the first arc dealt with more like the Dora Milaje and the Midnight Angels, and they actually got their armor in that series, and how it dealt with the fact that they were lovers.
Okay.
And it was two women being lovers, and they were in a prison camp, I want to say. And it dealt with that, and it dealt with like the characters that were around. The last issue brought in one of my favorite characters, Casper Cole, who definitely should be in this series. He has a long history. He needs to be in live action as well. Marvel, if you do Casper Cole live action, my recommendation, do an actor with vitiligo.
Ooh.
Do an actor with vitiligo. I think that would just bring so much more depth to the character and his story, being a cop and his father being Black Jack and his mother being white. It just brings so much to the story, and just bring a different nuance. And I can't think of very many characters that we have in comics that have vitiligo.
Closest one I could think of, isn't it Domino?
In the movie, she does. In the comics, they may have retconned her where that is vitiligo or her mutation. I can't remember which one, but I know in the movie she does have the vitiligo because it's Zazie Beats as her. And
Right.
I loved switching that. I thought that was one of the coolest things possible
Mm-hmm.
because it just, and she was beautiful in the role because, you know, the eye around her eye and everything. I was like, it worked so well. It was beautiful. And it looks so much better than just having a stark white character with a black over the eye.
Right.
I thought reversing it, having the vitiligo, having that character have vitiligo, in it, so much better, so much better. So yeah, I'm excited about this. I'm just yes. Then we have Marvel Zombies.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it's zombies at this point, so like you can't really get excited. I mean, you know, I would probably see if me well, because when does season 3 again for What If come out?
What If comes out December 23rd.
Okay, and zombies is when?
Is Zombies is October 2025.
Maybe with season 3 they might do an extra spin-off to like kind of lead into zombies. I mean, they already had it for like season 1. I don't, unlike that, I still have to watch season 2 to see if they throw in zombies again.
Yeah. That's what I'm curious about. I don't know what they did with season 2. I have to finish it. I'm at the episode with the indigenous First Nation character that they created just for the series.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to finish that because I heard that one was so good. So I want to finish that. But they may have already led into it, or yeah, like you're saying, they may have more because there's been, I think, 3 or 4 Marvel Zombie series
Mm-hmm.
because it's been so popular, which I would never have thought about that. But okay.
I mean, it's zombies, eat brains and stuff. So,
I mean, people do love zombies, so it's crazy. I mean, look at Call of Duty. Exactly. I ain't saying it's good. I'm just saying people like it. They're 2 different things.
yeah.
Although there's something very therapeutic about shooting Nazi zombies. There is, there is, because you can't go wrong with that. You can't. It's a zombie or it's a Nazi. You can't go wrong with that. Either way, you're justified.
True, 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 true.
I'm just saying. And then the last one is going to be Wonder Man, which I am excited about.
I'm excited because I like the actor.
Yes.
Because I remember, because from when last thing I saw him, he was playing in as Candyman. So I'm like, okay, now you're in Marvel, and like I said, I don't know much about Wonder Man besides Wonder Bread, which I miss. Miss me some Wonder Bread. But
too easily.
Huh?
It was so soft. I couldn't do nothing with that. I need tough bread.
Oh well, sorry. I like need some Wonder Bread, but no. But I don't. I know I've heard that like he does tie in with Wanda, so I want to see how that is. So maybe I'll dive in a little bit deeper. Like I said, you know.
Yeah, it's a very odd story, but it was back years ago. It's very soap opera-ish.
Are we talking like
kind of are anyway?
They are, but are we talking about like Young and the Restless, soap opera-ish, Days of Our Lives, As the World Turns, General Hospital?
I want to say no. What was the one that had like You know what? I'm going to say
Bold and the Beautiful.
No, it's more like what was the name of that series that was on NBC? Oh my god. It was more like Supernatural. Oh.
And it was soap opera?
Yeah. The woman had a doll, but the doll was like an actual person. Like a little person.
I don't know about that. Between the ones that I gave you was the ones that my grandmother and my babysitter used to watch. So,
well, let's just say that Wonder Man and Vision have a link.
Okay.
Go read it. Like go Wikipedia or go find the comics if you want. It's up to you. And read through it, and you'll be like, "Wait, what?" It's from, if I remember correctly, it's a jumble of stuff.
Okay.
But it'll be cool to see how they mix that in along with Vision, Wanda, and just Wonder Man himself, and how this will play out, and how will it play out, kind of paralleling to WandaVision, which was so great.
I was just about to say, like, say, because now that WandaVision and Agatha All Along is complete, and those two technically tie in together, as well as Doctor Strange, was it Multi Madness?
I mean,
yeah. Since those three tie together, it's like, okay, how are you going to tie in Wonder Man? Because I'm pretty sure from like the scenery, I could be wrong, it looks like it's based off like San Francisco, give or take. Doesn't look like it's like in New Jersey.
Yeah, definitely in Jersey. No.
Yeah, because that did. I'm sorry, Pete. I'm a Jersey person. It was way too clean for it to look like it was in New Jersey.
I mean, so, you're not wrong, but damn.
Yep. So I'm like, that don't look like no type of Jersey thing that I know of. So that's like,
we already have Gotham. They're not going to give us anything else. We got to calm down.
Yeah. So it looks like it's maybe like San Francisco, like California vibes. So that's when we're like, how is that going to be all roped into it?
Well, it does make sense that it would be California because it's an actor. Also, if we are doing California, California is on what, the West Coast? There was a team called the West Coast Avengers. And I believe Wonder Man was a part of that team. And it was a wild time. There were also a lot of other characters. Some of them went out there just to get away and to just, have a new start. We had characters like Hawkeye, Moon Knight, Tigra was out there as well. So could be a little of that. We could get West Coast Avengers. West Coast Avengers would be a nice difference from New York's Avengers as well. Something different. But yeah, there's, again, this is how I feel about Marvel right now. I don't trust them. They don't have that trust in me anymore. They honestly don't, because they've squandered it. They've squandered that trust that we had in them, because of the movies, Ant-Man, and some stuff that they've done. But when I watched Agatha, I was like, this is the Marvel that I know, because it was well thought out. It was incredibly acted. The cast was immaculate. It was thought out, and it linked and it tied in perfectly to this other incredible show, WandaVision. That was the Marvel that I know. So I think maybe movies, they have to realize that they got to step back with movies. We didn't even need Doom. Should have been focusing on Blade. But
I plead the fifth.
I will not plead anything except that was ridiculous. But I think they found their niche with Disney Plus now. I think they found it, which makes more sense to me. And I think that's why they're trying to do, again, still quality over quantity. Please.
Yeah. My thing is, though, with Marvel, it's because the way they did the movies and then they start throwing off the shows. It's like you have to now make sure whatever movie you do, if it's linked to any character that already had like a show going up, you have to make sure the story ties with that. Yes. That's the only thing. That's where it's like, cause I think it was like right after when they were going from like WandaVision to the next Doctor Strange, it was like a perfect transition.
Oh yeah.
It was literally a perfect transition. And then with technically Agatha All Along was technically like a recap going back, but it still finished off with the events of WandaVision.
Yes.
So like we need that flow to go in. Now my only thing is, though, because of that, I'm gonna have an issue on how they do Spider-Man. Because that's where it truly opened up the quote-unquote multiverse besides Doctor Strange 2. Like, this one literally did bring up the multiverse. We have all of our Peter Parkers. We have all of our villains that we know from before. So it's like, now where are we gonna go? How are we gonna do shows in the Spider-Man realm that venture out with other people, with other characters? How's that gonna work?
I'll say this: with the Spider-Man films, they've done a really good job with the Tom Hiddleston MCU Spider-Man films. They have.
Mm-hmm.
They've been well written, they've been well directed, well acted, obviously, and the stories have tied together in the best way. I think with the multiverse thing, they realized that they had a little too much. I think that's one of the things about Loki too, was pruning. I think it was them pruning as well. They realized that going multiverse, you have too many avenues that you can go down, and it gets murky. I've always said don't do multiverses and don't do time travel, and they did them both at the same time, and it got too murky. It got too spread out, and it was too much. You need to bring everything together, make it tight, bring it together, make it cohesive. Tell the stories inside that, because that's your foundation. Then you can do other things, but keep that foundation as strong as possible, because if you don't and you spread out too much, you're going to overwhelm, and that's what ended up happening.
That is true.
I don't know. But on that note, folks, this is our live episode. Did you have fun, Jabba?
Yeah.
Then that's all I can ask. So we gave you a nice amount of information on Invincible Fight Girl premiere. Go check it out on demand or on Max streaming. Like I said, 2 episodes, which is awesome. We have season 2 of Arcane, which is November 9th on Netflix. So excited for that. Inyanu, go check out on YouTube the NYCC New York Comic Con a clip that they showed us. It's about 3 minutes. You get to see just this awesome animation of this young girl learning that she is an actual chosen one, and not like the chosen one you always hear. This is actual chosen one. It was cool. And go and check out also the trailer for Marvel and all the other projects. There's a lot going on there. You got a lot of tidbits, a lot of little stuff that's in there, and it's great. All right, so folks, on that note, I do want to say it's Monday. Excuse me. I'm going to say this real quick. I'm not a political person because I don't know a lot about politics. I didn't go to school for it. Actually, didn't go to school at all. But being born Black is a political topic. So please go and vote if you feel you want things to change. Go vote. I'm not going to pressure you. I'm not going to say, hey, I'm not going to browbeat you. I'm not going to do it. If you voted early, great. If you didn't vote early and you registered and you got it and you want to vote, please vote tomorrow and vote for a change that you want to see. Vote for a change that will benefit everyone and not just your particular demographic.
Yeah.
That's all I'll say about it. I'm not going to browbeat you on it like that. Jabba, any final words for the folks?
Drink your water, stay hydrated, get some clear skin.
That's it. I hope nobody falls down the stairs behind you because they look rather treacherous.
I don't got insurance, so that's their fault.
But you do have the silk press. Silk press!
Silk press!
No braids! Thank you all. Have a very good day, evening, whatever time that you're watching this. We appreciate you. Thank you so very much. This is our first live episode. We had a very fun. I think we're going to do this again, possibly. Yes, Jabba.
I'm down for it.
She's down. I'm down, folks. This has been us. You have a very good one. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Let's see if I screw this up again. Will I? Possibly.